stadium buzzing. Kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
They'll run play action.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll do it himself. They get him in the end zone for the safety. He pulled it, tried to turn the corner, and not enough real estate.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Set to kick this one away.
Running into the open space.
The return is tackled down at the 37. And the
Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Lee. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Trying play action. Rushes on him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Working the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football in.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. The throw. He's got it on the run.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's got a touchdown. To their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Handoff to the single back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football, good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football, finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds, but how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Wants to throw. It's Davenport. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going for the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
The give to the back. There he goes. The 30. The 10. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. Makes the grab. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Scott. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Now setting up shop in the red zone. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. The quick out. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
Brings up second down.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Looking to pass. It's Davenport. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's looking to pass. He wants it all. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point was good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Air Force. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
Okay, ready?
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Off play action on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Breaks into the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Hout. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted deep in his own end. Looking for more room. He's at the 40, at the 20. Lean for the wire, touchdown.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gray. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the offense will take over. First and 10.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Boone when that town is buzzing as it is today. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Kidd Brewer Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Here comes the heat. Sweet grab, but they're going to end up taking a loss on the play.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Dropping back, it's Hout. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going for a big play downfield and trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Never a doubt.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets into the 40, and it's a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls fall incomplete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
From the gun, the ground game. He breaks a tackle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. On the option. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout here. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Air Force. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's the pressure. Finds space on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. And you could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Caught behind the line. It's Smith. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. New set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Brings up 2nd down.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blue. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll run the screen.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now lining up to snap it in the red zone.
Get set, get set.
They'll run the option. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Okay, ready.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Razor. Ready.
Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Gives it on the option. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now this offense will take the field again. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football. That sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Hollins. That's reeled in, it's Martin. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Tackle is made.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
They'll try the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Makes the catch. It's Woodyard. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Out of the gun to give to the back. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.